We are all social beings who constantly search for fantasy in the real world to spark our imaginations and find inspiration in it. We encounter many strangers every day, but only a select few of them inspire us. These individuals stand out due to their unique stories. We are exposed to tales of heroes saving their people and families even as young children. According to studies, these motivational tales have a beneficial impact on our brains, enhancing our empathy and generosity as well as our outlook on life in general. Welcome everyone to a brand new video from Money Fellas. In this video we take you into the life of Jack Ma. However, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon. So today's topic is a story. The life story of a man who, almost entirely on his own, had a significant impact on China's economy and internet sector. Nothing less than the tale of Robert Bruce, and the spider that we were taught as young children can be said about him. That is Jack Ma's story. Jack Ma is the creator of the massive online retailer Alibaba and a shareholder in Alipay, a sister business that operates an online payment gateway. Following his company's recent IPO for a record $150 billion, he is now regarded as China's richest man with an estimated net worth of $25 billion. Jack Ma only owns a 7.8% stake in Alibaba and a 50% stake in Alipay. In light of all of this, Jack Ma and Alibaba may not be well known in China, but you should be aware that they trade more goods than eBay and Amazon put together and are worth more than Facebook. This may start to sound like the tale of a rich, conceited billionaire who hasn't yet realized the truth. However, the numbers you can see above are deceptive and can fool anyone. As straightforward as it may sound, Jack Ma struggled to reach his current position in life. A real rags to riches tale that will undoubtedly motivate you even in your lowest moments. One of those self-made billionaires with modest beginnings is Ma Yun, also known as Jack Ma. Southeast China's Hangzhou is where Jack Ma was born. He was born during the rise of communist China and its seclusion from the West, and he was raised with an older brother and a younger sister. His parents were traditional musicians who at the time did not even qualify as middle class. When former U.S. President Richard Nixon visited Hangzhou in 1972, the city's tourism industry saw an improvement, and Jack wanted to take advantage of this. When Jack was younger, he spent his early mornings riding his bike to a nearby park where he gave free English lessons to visitors. Jack had always wanted to learn English. He then met a foreign girl who mispronounced his name and gave him the nickname Jack. Jack earned a bachelor's degree in English and made $12 per month teaching English at Hangzhou Dianzi University. Even before he obtained that degree and started teaching English, this is where it gets more interesting. Jack Ma, who was incredibly fortunate and quickly became a billionaire, but it is safe to say that Jack Ma and rejection go hand in hand. You have no idea how many times this man has been disregarded and let down. Jack Ma twice failed his elementary school exams in his formative years. 3 times he failed high school exams. Jack tried to get into colleges after high school but failed the entrance exam 3 times before he was admitted to Hangzhou Normal University. His 10 applications and letters for admission to Harvard University were all turned down. This only happened while he was in school. Jack tried to find a job throughout and after his undergraduate studies, but he was unsuccessful everywhere. Jack tried 30 times to find a job after waiting 3 years to be accepted to a university. In his interview, he recalled, 24 people applied when KFC came to China. There were hired 23 people. I was the only one who didn't get a job. Additionally, he was one of 5 candidates for a police position and was the only one turned down after hearing, "No, you're no good." In his first 2 business ventures, Jack Ma failed. That didn't stop him from having bigger dreams, though. In response to a question about his rejections in one of his interviews, he replied, "Well, I guess we have to get used to it." Jack Ma made the most of it by overcoming the hurt of rejection and viewing it as an opportunity to grow. In 1995, Jack Ma visited the US for a government project involving the construction of highways after finally processing all of his setbacks and rejections. The internet and computers were first introduced to Jack Ma at that time. Due to their high cost at the time and the lack of the internet or email, computers were relatively uncommon in China. When he searched for beer in the Mosaic browser, results came up from a number of nations, but there was no sign of China. Then, he looked up China, but absolutely nothing turned up. He came to the conclusion that China's population needed to access the internet. Alibaba eventually began operations from his apartment after he convinced 17 of his other friends to invest alongside him in the new e-commerce startup. Alibaba didn't have any outside investment at first, but in 1999, they raised $20 million from SoftBank and an additional $5 million from Goldman Sachs. Building Chinese citizens' trust in an online system for payments and package transfers was the biggest challenge for Jack Ma and Alibaba, a challenge Jack will treasure for the rest of his life. Jack Ma, who started his first lucrative business at age 31, runs one of the largest e-commerce networks in the world despite having never written a line of code or sold anything to anyone. The business quickly outgrew its Chinese base and began to grow globally. In terms of annual revenue, Alibaba is now the e-commerce behemoth that Jack Ma had envisioned, coming in second only to Walmart. This brings us to the end of the video. Let us know in the comments if you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until another video.